Welcome to Senior here, where you come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy Nikki Tay Tay.
And today we are reviewing Black Klansman. Can you dig it?
Right on, brother. Right on. Spike Lee is back with a classic, I can already say it, a classic Spike Lee joint. Arguably, and I'll just flat out say this now, one of his best movies in the last decade, arguably since 2006 with Inside Man. Spike Lee is back to rare form, giving us his classic Spike Lee-ness, you know, with movies like Do the Right Thing and Mo Better Blues. But now, Black Klansman is not only delivering what Spike Lee needs, but maybe what America needs. And what America needs is to be reminded that, hey, we may have made great strides, but we haven't changed a damn bit in the grand scheme of things. Now, for those of you that haven't seen the trailer for Black Klansman, which is crazy to me because this has been everywhere, John David Washington, who is also Denzel Washington's son,
Yes, he is.
stars as Detective Ron Stallworth, and it is his job to infiltrate the local chapter of the Ku Klux Klan in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Now, right there already, it's got me.
Yes, it did.
It got me. A black man infiltrating a white supremacist or white nationalist, or make America white again, however you want to frame it. He is infiltrating this group, and he clearly doesn't meet the requirements. That in itself is a movie I want to see, and based on a true story. These are real events, and Spike Lee does what I think Sorry to Bother You should have done, is that he takes the direct approach, not the satirical approach, but the direct approach in giving you the story, the facts, the realness of it all.
This movie was needed for the culture.
Absolutely.
Even though this is a story that is based on something that happened in the past, it still shows how relevant it is today. We are still dealing with some of, if not all of, the same racial divides that we have had in the past. I don't want to get preachy, but I can definitely say that the Black Klansman movie embodies society as a whole and what we still go through today.
We must unite and organize to fight racism.
Are you down for the liberation of black people?
Power to the people.
All power to all the people.
Absolutely. And if you don't want to get preachy, I'll definitely get preachy and say that this movie, I mean, literally, there are lines in this movie that reflect exactly what is going on today. Now, I know that is purposeful. You know, Spike Lee is not a dumb guy. He is a smart guy, and he did that to make a point that, again, even though us as African Americans, we had civil rights movements, we've had activists, we've had protests, we've made great strides. We are now, you know, non-segregated. We have gotten this far, but if, you know, racism was a race, I mean, have we finished this 400-meter race? I don't even know if we're on the last 100-meter stretch. And definitely events that have taken place recently, I would say we're probably even running the race in the opposite direction. And so Black Klansman, just to, again, remind us, like, hey, we need to wake up. America needs to wake up because we are not headed in the right place.
I agree. But let's get back to the movie. For those who came to listen about what happened in the movie, Spike Lee already did a good job of illustrating both the points that we just made in the movie.
Yes, he did.
So by going to check out the movie, you are not only getting educated, but you are also watching something that Nikki Tay Tay said earlier. One of Spike Lee's best movies that he has put out in a long time, if not ever.
That's a bold statement.
Yes, it is. But when you get the combination of great acting, when you get the combination of a really, really well done story,
Good points.
it really does make for a great movie. And I was watching this movie and I was actually thinking I was watching the actual events of what happened. I don't know how theatrical he made the story of Ron Stallworth, but he really did make it seem like this actually happened verbatim.
I definitely believed it. I definitely couldn't sense anything that was out of the ordinary or something that was just like, oh, you definitely know that didn't happen. That was made for the movie. Everything to me was grounded in reality. Everything to me was done flawlessly. This is a near perfect movie. I mean, if I had to harp on some things, maybe I could say some of the dialogue was a bit cheesy, but even then, that is me nitpicking over this masterpiece, which is BlacKkKlansman.
Speaking of dialogue, I can say that this movie, as a black man, this movie had me feeling a certain way as I watched it.
Boom shakalaka.
Anyway, this movie had me feeling something as I watched it, and kind of in an uneasy way. The amount of coons and the N-word and monkey and all these words that strike up anger in the black people and black community, most of us anyway, it all had me feeling a certain way. And I know that was Spike Lee's intentions, is to make you feel very uncomfortable as you watch this movie. This movie was really good. It really was. And I'm actually surprised at how Spike Lee bounced back from his such long hiatus of a good movie.
Yeah, it definitely, maybe makes it a bit tougher to grade this movie because the emotions he was able to, pull from a black man such as myself makes me feel very strongly about the movie. I'll honestly probably have to go back and see this with, a white group to really get a good read on how good this movie is. Based on the white people that were in the movies with us, I would say this movie is still spectacular. You could hear them cheering and applauding and oohing and ahhing at all the same moments I myself was. And so I think the movie speaks to the humanity in all of us, quite frankly.
And this movie was a good telling of a good story. So at the end of the day, that's really what you want from a movie of this caliber. You want a great story that's being told that can kind of put you in the mind frame of what actually happened and done in a way that the actors make you feel like they went through it themselves.
Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's us, Stallworth Brothers.
And that's what this movie did. So really, in part, this movie really just hit on all of the marks that you want for a movie. And one of the things that I hope don't get overlooked, because this movie has such a good story and great acting, is the set pieces, is the actual directing. Like Spike Lee really did show you different ways of looking at things. How in one of the parts of the movie he was showing black faces as a black speech was going on in the background, and another part later on in the movie he was showing a different divides of the white people in this movie and also the black people in this movie. Like Spike Lee did a lot of things from a directorial perspective that I really did appreciate, and I hope you guys pay attention to those small details. Even stuff like the little ad-libs in the back, the Make America Great Again and the boom shakalaka, all that little stuff you hear in the back all adds to this great film.
This movie, BlacKkKlansman, is everything I wanted. I mean, this is what the summer is about. And as we draw the summer to a close, BlacKkKlansman definitely makes its mark up there with the Infinity Wars of the year, Incredibles 2, Quiet Place. BlacKkKlansman is a contender, or arguably the best movie of the year for me, hands down. I think this is an easy rating, and so I will have to give it a 9.7. It is a near flawless movie, and that's me watching once, maybe on the second try I nitpick, it becomes a 9.5. Watch it again, it's a 9.4, and it settles out. But right now it's a 9.7, and I'm not budging from that. Spike Lee, great job. Happy to see another classic Spike Lee joint. My brother.
Everybody should definitely go out and check out this film. That's what I want to start off with. Everybody should definitely go out and check out this film. Black, white, green, blue, however you look.
Every color.
Any generation, any race, any creed, whatever. You should definitely go check out this movie, because not only is it just a movie that has a great message, it's just a really good movie and a story that's being told in general. Spike Lee is one of the best black producers, directors out there. No. He is just one of the best directors out there.
I like that.
And BlacKkKlansman is almost a magnum opus for Spike Lee.
Look at you.
In today's generation. So I would just say definitely go out and check it. If you don't know what magnum opus means, definitely go look it up. And I will have to give this movie a 9.5. Like, I really did enjoy it, and it didn't take a lot of action like Infinity War, which we all love action, to really get a good message and story across. And that is why this movie got such high of a grade for me. My highest, I think, rated movie this year. So go check it out. Please let us know what you think. Let's spark up some conversations because we want to know how you felt about this movie. What did you think? What did you take from it? How do you feel about society today? We want to hear from you.
Exactly. I mean, this movie really gets you thinking. You know, are you on the side of what's right or what's wrong? You know, are you for peace or are you for violence? You know, you have to begin to wonder, what are you doing to make America actually great? Just think about it. That completes the review of BlacKkKlansman. Again, this movie is executed flawlessly. I mean, it's not to say that it's more entertaining than Incredibles 2 or Infinity War, because those movies are meant to be highly entertaining. I mean, nonstop action, laughs, everything. But that doesn't mean that they're perfect movies. You know, I mean, Star-Lord effed up. Let's just call it what it is, which is still hard to deal with. Incredibles 2 is basically a carbon copy of Incredibles 1. But BlacKkKlansman, I think, is something that's very unique. And that is very hard to do in a world of remakes, reboots, and sequels. So again, much praise. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of our reviewing content. And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here, BlacKkKlansman.
BlacKkKlansman.
Can you dig it?
I'm sorry. Yes, I can. I forgot.
Right on!
It's right on, okay. Sorry.
Right on! You say it jobby!
Klansman.
Can you dig it?
Right on. That was jabby.
Nope!
Right on.
That's not jobby! You're not doing anything job!
Let me
You're just saying it!
hear from you.
You say, can you dig it? You say, can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Right on, brother.
Just because you said the word brother at the end of it makes it jabby?
Yes! That's job
You
on!
just throw brother on it.
You would do whatever. You
Job
can
turkey.
say, you can say right on, player.
Nah, I just
You can say right on, right on. And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here.
don't be a job turkey.
Don't be no jive turkey, brother.
You gotta go out and watch it.
You gotta keep it cool, cat. Real slick, real jive like.
What he said.
You know what I'm saying? Give me some. Keep my side on the running kind. Nah, I messed it up.
Right
I
on.
messed it up. Just keep Cadillac and flats.
Right on.
4 flat. Oh man, it's too much. It's too much lingo.
Right on.